Hey, I'm Ron. I've got over 24 years in the hospitality industry. And if you run a business, especially one where you're feeding people, hosting people, or generally trying to convince strangers to give you money in exchange for anything nice, congratulations. You've also signed up to make 14,000 decisions a week. Who to hire, where to spend, what to fix, what to let slide, which brand of sea salt to pretend makes a difference. So how do you know if you're making the right decisions? I use one question. What's best for the guest? That's it. That's the compass. That's the life raft. Here's the logic. Whatever is best for the guest is best for the business. Whatever's best for the business is best for you and your team. Simple chain starts with the guest, ends with everyone winning. But here's what most people do. They start with what's easiest for me, what's cheapest, or my personal favorite, what can I half-ass and still get away with? But then guests stop being impressed. They stop telling their friends. They leave that fun little 4-star review that says it was fine. That review should haunt your dreams. Say you're picking between two chefs. Chef A, he's a culinary school graduate. He has Michelin experience. He talks about food like it's modern dance, a little bit of ballet. Oh, have you seen the new, Chef B, he didn't go to school. He doesn't post plating pics on Instagram, but he shows up early. He wipes down counters and he actually likes people and people like him. Ask yourself, who's better for the guest? Chef A might nail the lamb jus, but if they're moodier than your ex, guests feel that. Chef B might not know how to say sous vide right, but if they smile, hustle, and make people feel welcome, they win every time. You can teach technique, you can't teach someone not to be a walking HR problem. All right, next example, let's talk about money, or one of our favorite topics. This is where most business owners suddenly turn into medieval kings, clutching their gold. I don't know, that mezcal is 90 pesos more. Will the guests even notice? Let me help you. Yes, they will. Not because they can taste the difference between two brands, but because they can taste the difference between you giving a damn and cutting corners. Same thing with your linens, your glasses, your menu design. You're not always being judged on perfection, you're being judged on care. And care shows up in the details, not in how expensive your decisions are, but how thoughtful they are, how intentional they are. All right, now let's talk about training your team to think the same way as you. Once you start asking yourself what's best for the guest every time one of these 14,000 decisions comes up, it's time to get your whole team on board. Because guess what? You can't run everything forever. At some point, someone else is gonna have to decide. Should I wipe that plate before sending it? Should I refill that water glass or wait for someone to complain? You want them asking themselves, what's best for the guests? That's how you build a culture. That's how you avoid being the only adult in the room. And that's how you go from being a glorified babysitter to an actual business owner. Look, guys, let me tell you about something. If you're serious about building a profitable personal chef business, the Personal Chef Resource Vault is non-negotiable. And better yet, it's free. Inside, you'll get some of the exact tools I use to run my business. Airtight contracts, proven email scripts, a pricing system that protects your time, and a real marketing blueprint. You can download it free in the link in our description. So go ahead and do that. So yeah, next time you're staring down a decision, big or small, don't freeze. Don't Google what your competitors are doing. Just ask yourself, what's best for the guests? It'll guide your hiring, it'll guide your spending, it'll guide your sanity, and best of all, it builds the kind of business that actually grows. If this helped you, hit like or subscribe, or don't, but then you'll have to make another decision. And frankly, you've got enough of those today. I'm Ron, see you next time.